Crack open the curiosity with Shagdog and Jammer on the Spit or Swallow Beer review. Venture on a fizzy journey as we uncork the world's brews, one bottle at a time. It's a hoppy ride, full of flavour, froth and fun. Will it be a spit or a swallow? Stay tuned to find out. Remember, it's not just about the beer, it's the cheer. So grab a pint and come along, because the beer world is vast and the adventure is just beginning.
Gather round, folks, it's that time again. Shagdog and Jammer with the brew tasting friends. From ales to stouts, we'll run the whole scene.
That's right, Jammer. I am Shagdog. Yeah, welcome to Spitter Swallow Bear Review.
Yeah, Shagdog, I got Charro's Pilsner. It's a 4.5% ABV. No grade on the BA. And here's the cap for all you cap perps out there. It's all CNI. It's Illuminati beer. See? Illuminati beer. The eye looking at you.
Oh, yeah. Have we done that before? Or I can't remember.
I don't think so.
It's familiar. Yeah, I'm doing Yuengling's Black Tan. It's their porter and their premium beer mixed. I think it's 60% porter, 40% premium, or it could be vice versa. I don't know. But Beer Advocate Jammer gives us a whopping 75, and is considered a porter since there is porter in it. 4.7% ABV.
Well, this is out of Mexico City.
Yeah, it's weird because on it's its own brewery, your beer, they're Charro Brewing, but I found some information saying it's Modelo, so I don't know if they're a subsidiary of Modelo or owned by Modelo or what.
They might be having contract brewing done there.
Could be.
Well, Shagdog, let me just say, mine is kind of a little hazy yellow golden color of a lager, particular color of a lager, and its nice white head is quickly dissipated there. Smells grassy, a little slight malt in there, maybe some fruit, kind of like what they call it, esters, fruit esters or something like that. Overall, that's what it smells like to me. I'm jumping in. Won't you join me?
Yes, this is dark. Head's very less than a pinky now. Nice little beige head. It's dark, but it's like a brown. There is some red hues. If you put it to the light actually looks red. So that's cool. And I'm ready to drink it. Oh, it smells like their porter and their premium.
Oh, wow.
A little
like it's
roast.
like it's mixed.
Yeah, that's what it smells like. It's probably gonna taste like that too. Yeah, a little roasty porter smell in there, but almost, if you didn't know it was a porter, you might say, "Well, that lager smells weird," yeah. So, cheers.
Oh, well, I'm going to tell you right now, this is actually a pretty decent Pilsner. It got the nice grassiness to it. Not really bold or anything like that. It's pretty mild. But the flavor is clean, crisp, refreshing. It's got a nice little malty, like biscuit kind of flavor in there. Typical of a Pilsner, you know, the kind of flavors. Maybe a slight little caramel in there. Very light, mild. Everything's mild on this. But it's refreshing, crisp, and easy to drink. I'm impressed by it. Coming out of Mexico City, I figured the haziness of it would be something to deal with the water, you know.
Yeah. Sounds like a delicious treat.
A nice little lacing going on there.
I wonder if they make a Mexican stout, you know, like the chocolate stouts, the Mexican style, imperial stout, or whatever else it's called. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
El Chaco.
Yeah, El Chocolate or something. I don't know.
I just think El Chaco.
El
Chaco.
But knowing Mexicans, they would probably just call it El Negro.
Mm-hmm.
The black.
Mm-hmm. Man, you see how easy to drink that is? Already half of it gone.
Yeah. This is really easy here. It's not bad. It's easy drinking porter. I prefer original porter, which is hard to find now. I used to find that in Florida. That was hard to find my last few years living in Florida. I haven't seen it up here at all. So
Yeah, they cheapen everything up.
the bad thing is, Jammer, is Florida has a Yuengling brewery there. You think you would see more of it, and Chesterfield and stuff like that.
You would think you would see more variety in comparison to just. You would think they would be using it as a test market.
Yeah.
We're going to throw out some test beers here, see how people are buying it, being that we are a tourist state, and you can put it out there, see how quickly it's bought up, in the bars and in the stores, take advantage of it. But
yeah, I think in the small town I lived there, I think because a lot of snowbirds there, because they had two different types of what the hell's that Canadian beer?
Molson,
yeah, they had the Molson, Canada, yeah, and the Molson Export.
Yeah.
And they had the Yuengling Porter there. So I wonder, I asked him how they had I never seen the Molson Canadian there before. And he says, yeah, some Canucks special ordered it or something. Yeah. I'm like, that must be nice. So I'm thinking maybe somebody did it with the Porter too, the Yuengling Porter.
The thing is that they have a bunch of different beers that they could supply these stores with. It's just the facings and getting the shelves, just the shelf space.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, at Walmart, they charge the companies for the spacings.
Yeah. And you can
see
Winn-Dixie
used to do it, but
who has the big space is Anheuser-Busch. Yeah, it's the biggest.
And they could supply more space by adding more, refrigeration unit to it, adding more space, but they don't do it.
No,
something like that. I don't understand why they don't, because you're not really buying the beer as a store. You're really not buying the beer. Yeah, you put money down on it, and you write them a check, and you're supposedly paying them, but they come in and they have to trade it in and out. So if it goes out of date, they have to take it back. If it's not selling, they have to take it back. So once they put that on the list of taking it back and everything like that, then they get paid back. So it's not like they're losing anything.
Right.
So if I was a store, I would be pushing to expand my beer area and craft beer and stuff like that.
Yeah, especially with local craft beer and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I would allow. That's the problem, though. The whole beer industry is set up oddly because they have distributors, and you have to have a distributor. You can't be your own distributor and all that stuff. Well, I can own a distributor, couldn't I? Couldn't I own one?
But I mean, there's usually, like in Florida, there's two big distributors. It's like.
Well, I can tell you right now, if it was, say, you started a beer company and everything, and you say, I don't have a distributor. I said, oh, that's okay. I'll become a distributor. And then we both would be making money.
That's true.
I'd go around putting it in the stores, the hell with them,
And you figure, because before, I forget what year it was, 2018, 19, Florida didn't have a distributing law for craft beer companies. So I don't know how they shipped it, if they did it through distributors, but they didn't have to. But then in 2018 or 19, they made it a law where they had to. So, and you notice those years we started getting less craft beer, nationwide ones,
Yeah, and that's a pity. They really see government. What people don't understand is government hinders free market flow.
Right. Yeah.
They put roadblocks and stop signs and yields and all this stuff on the road of success for any business.
Yeah, unless unless you let them get a hand in the pocket, basically.
Because, and the same thing goes for medical and everything else. You want the government to control your medical insurance, you're a moron. I'm sorry, but you are. And I tell you why. Because there's going to come a point where the government's going to overstep their boundaries and they're going to get it passed. And believe me, they'll get it passed once they get a foothold. That, hey, well, your health is not the greatest, and we just don't see like it's economically feasible for us to keep putting money into your health. and taking care of you. It's time for you to just slowly fade away or exit the picture.
Well, I mean, I do believe a how you call it?
Euthanasia.
Euthanizing people if they want to get euthanized.
Well, that's the thing. Do they want to, or is the government pushing for it? See,
Well, that's true too. And then
if I don't give you any hope of giving you a better life by supplying you medical insurance and giving you the treatments you need,
well, here I can give you this instead.
yeah, and now you become Soylent Green, and we start. And you know what? There's only one state in the United States has outlawed cannibalism.
What state?
Idaho.
Oh, really? Wow.
And I don't know. Did you see that the thing I sent you? I sent you a thing where there was a food show where the chef had put on the list of 3 ingredients, and people had to guess what ingredient was in the food that they ate. And he said shark, something else, and human flesh. And the people were like, it better not be human flesh. I'm going to say shark. Yeah. It was a sausage or whatever. And no, it was human flesh. They ate human flesh. Now, if I was on a show and they did that to me, I'd be suing the hell. And if I couldn't sue them, then somebody would be getting a beat down. I don't care.
Yeah, I'd be waiting out the studio for him with a pipe or something. Yeah.
And I wouldn't be going for the lowly little small fry guys. I'd be going for the big execs that pushed it.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that say, "Oh, we'll get a hell of a lot of ratings and buzz about it." If we get people to eat human flesh.
So where does human flesh come from? Like people that died, or
I don't know, but there is a percentage that is allowed in the food industry.
Really? Wow.
Like when meat packing facilities and stuff like that. If something happens,
oh man,
yeah, that's why a lot of the things that we eat, if we only knew exactly what entailed in the making of it.
And that's anything unless it's like fresh fruit or vegetables that is pretty much all vegetable or fruit. But then again, you never know what DNA sequence it is and stuff like that. Yeah.
Or the chemicals that have been used on it. Because there was a time when I was back in the late 80s, early 90s when I was working in a grocery store that they had to put little signs saying this fruit came from some South American country, this chili and all this stuff, because they use these chemicals that were outlawed here in America. But this is the crazy thing. It's outlawed here in America, but we'll buy the fruit that they use the chemicals on.
Yeah, and most of especially at Walmart, almost all their produce is from other countries and shit.
South America. Even
the frozen stuff. Vietnam. Surprisingly, they do have Brussels from Belgium. Brussels, Belgium, yeah. They do have Brussels from Belgium. That's kind of interesting.
Brussels sprouts?
Yeah, Brussels sprouts, yeah.
All right, so B+ and a SWAF on this beer, buddy. I'm surprised.
Yeah. I give it a B+ and a swallow on this one. Easy drinking porter. Good intro porter for anybody that never had porters before, I guess.
Well, it's a black and tan, so
yeah. Because technically it is a porter, but it does have a
porter qualities.
Yeah, what's the Yuengling's premium lager is like an American lager or something, right?
I didn't taste any adjuncts in this. Not to say there wasn't in it, but I didn't taste any of it, so it makes me feel like I didn't taste the corn or rice flavors. The typical flavors that you pick up on some of the mass-produced beers. So that made me give it a better grade on top of what I was already feeling about it,
Speaking of black and tans, Jammer, last year or the year before, I did a black and tan where I actually used a spoon and poured a Guinness into some, whatever it's supposed to be first and last, and it actually came out darker on one end and lighter on the other. It actually worked. I was like, wow. I was using a regular spoon upside down. You pour it slowly so it hits the spoon.
Well, I had thought black and tan was like a menage a trois. You get a black girl and you get like a tan girl, a Hispanic, and you have a threesome with them. Yeah, but I was disappointed when I found out it was a beer.
Well, yeah. But Irish people don't like that name though, because that's supposedly the Protestants wore uniforms, the ones that were for the English government, wore black and tan uniforms. They called them the black and tans, and yeah, so the Irish Catholics don't like.
So they're jealous about them getting a beer named after them.
I guess something like that. I could be wrong on that whole story, but
hey, did you hear about the Ireland paying people to come live there?
I saw your video about it. I mean, they got all the Muslims there, so.
Well, not so much in Ireland.
Well, supposedly in Dublin. One girl I saw on the video the other day said it's not the same town as it used to be or something.
Well, that's the problem now. Now, I'm glad you mentioned that because I've been holding off on saying anything, but I think this is the beginning of the downfall
Of Western civilization.
don't get me wrong. It was already starting years ago, but this is the true beginning because now it's going to ramp up faster.
Yeah.
Because England went through this whole Muslim thing, and not just Muslim, but the it seems like what do they call those Jewish people? It's not I forget what the name of it is. Not the typical Jewish people, but the ones that are like the extremist Jews. I don't know.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, them and the Muslims have been pushing for this, going out there and pushing all this stuff. Once they get a foothold in, and they already set in New York with Madani there. The people who backed them, the Muslim PACs that backed them and all that stuff, already said, now we need to start infiltrating the government offices in the sense of gaining, control of some of the government offices and stuff like that, and being able to put our people in these positions and stuff like that, so that we can change the way society is there.
Yeah.
So this is a plan. Who was it? Abraham Lincoln that said the only thing that could destroy America is from within.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the enemy from within. This is the enemy from within right now.
Now, I often look at the other end of it as if the actual, whether it's right-wing government or whatever, is allowing this to happen. So eventually they could strike, say, look, they're doing this. We got to take care of them so we can, Because
I know for many years in the 1900s, Muslims and Jews were not allowed in any kind of government office. First immigrants weren't allowed to even obtain office.
Wait a second, Irish immigrants. IMMG. RINTS spells immigrants.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you wouldn't allow them to serve in office, and because they would not conform to American society, they would not become a part of it.
Also, their religious beliefs, especially, I don't know a lot about Jewish, but Muslim it's their religion or no religion. It's their belief. They're not about the freedom of religion.
Well, in the what do they call it? The Jewish Bible. I forget what they call that. Torah. It says right off the bat, Gentiles are less than animals.
Yeah.
So animals are higher on the scale of respectability or whatever. We're lower than animals on there. So the true feelings is they don't give a shit about you.
Yeah.
You're there to be used to their benefit.
Yeah, there are Jews that I forget the Jewish group that believe Jesus was the Messiah. What the heck? I forget the name of that group. But so Jesus came there to really correct some of the wrongness of the Torah. Yeah, and he fulfilled a lot of things too. But they don't want to. Nobody likes change.
And what gets me about it is that I've known some Jewish people, and I've liked them, and they seem fine. They're not into that extremism and stuff like that. But there's that factor, the faction that just like in the Muslim society, there's a faction of them that are just extreme and push their beliefs no matter what. They want Sharia law. They want all this stuff. We are nothing. Muslims believe that once they conquer a nation, they own it forever. So even if they lose it. So, and this has gone throughout history. It's been like a wave from the ocean. They come in, they spread throughout the world, and then they get fought back by Christianity and pushed back. Well, right now they're coming out again. It's a wave coming in, and it's just another cycle of this situation where they're trying to spread this extreme belief.
Yeah, and a lot of people say, like, when you get towards the end, it's going to be a one-world religion with a false prophet, the Antichrist, and who knows if that will be the one-world religion once they take over all the way. Yeah.
Well,
Christians are supposed to be hunted in those times too, or whatever. So,
well, I strongly believe that it's coming. I mean, it's a shame that I have to live it during that time period that it's coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the time it's really fulfilled, is it going to be soon? Because it could even just rapidly. You think, well, it's going to take 10, 15, 20, 40 years, 50 years for it all to happen. But it could happen in a matter of 5 years from now,
Well, like I said, I had this watched this show where they had discovered these scrolls. It wasn't the Dead Sea Scrolls, but it was some scrolls that they discovered. And it said on it, on the day of my birth in the year 2025, I will return. Now, granted, December 25th is not Jesus' birthday. I mean, we say it is, but we don't really know.
Right. A lot of scholars believe he was born in March or something.
Yeah. So, and we're already 3/4 of the way through 2025.
Yeah.
What is going to happen? Is it going to happen this year? But because I always think to myself too, when you really think about it, Jesus said, like a thief in the night, I will come. You will not know when he is actually coming, even though he may have said, I will return in that scroll. Who knows if that was him or not, But if it was him, he may have said that, but it doesn't mean he's coming. And who says this is the actual year 2025? Right. Because we're doing on our counting. And our counting is flawed, according to what a lot of scholars have been saying lately, is that the whole the years and the time frame of what has happened don't line up,
Yeah, they say that there's 300 years missing in a certain, around 1,000 AD or whatever hell year it was.
So is that 300 years from now, or is that...
Part of that is the history of Charlemagne. They say Charlemagne never existed. That's all made up history and stuff.
Yeah, that's a wild one there.
I mean, but back in those days, if you made up some history and started spread the news, 300 years ago, Charlemagne. Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm a direct descendant, and I deserve to be treated with respect.
Everybody was living at the time that weren't around to know it, so they, wow, I never heard this before. Thanks for sharing the story with me.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can claim territory and everything under that guise that you're. My people owned this land way before you even were here. If you talk about con men back then, that's the royal families.
Yeah.
They were the real cons back then. A bunch of criminals and inbred people.
I got one more beer to review if you want to review another one, Jammer.
Sure, why not?
I got I think it's either brown ale or stout. I can't remember what the hell it is.
Sounds wonderful, my friend. Let's do it.
Alrighty. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Comment and liking, subscribing, and sharing. Tinkle that bell. I'm Jammer.
I'm Shagdog.
That's right. We'll see you on the next one. Hey, join Shagdog and Jammer on the Spit or Swallow Beer Review.